Hi, welcome to Vlogmas. Day, I think we're on 21. Yes, I am doing my post and packaging this morning. I've decided that I'm going to go to the post office, and now suddenly I have 10 things that are paid for, so I'm just pulling them. And although I thought that I was at a place where I was quite tidy in here, it's beginning to not look like it. So I've sold that for 22. I've sold that box set for I think 8. Probably not the best. Probably not the best thing price to get for it, but I don't know. I think I picked that for 50p to make up something else that I was buying. And then that, which is the Starbucks mug, has just sold in the last 2 hours. So that now, instead of it just being simple clothes and a few little bits like that, now I have to pack a breakable. Yeah, so the way things are looking in here probably isn't so bad. I still have this pile here, but most of it is pretty much empty. That's sort of sundry clothes. And I don't know, it was tidy, and it is tidy, more or less. But I don't know, I seem to have... It's all these like little faffy bits now that I've got to do. I've brought my sewing pile in here because I just wanted the living room to look like a living room again. Oh, you've got some pile of bags in there. Yeah, it's there is a lot of work to do. I need that packaging, I say packaging, but Stylist magazine for my mug, and then the rest. Decided that that box can be used for packaging. We don't need that. Yeah, so I am going to try and get this done as quickly as I can. I think this is the thing, is that having Jason my husband do the post drop-offs, it's freed me up in the day, because it is quite disruptive doing the post first thing. Is it just stops you getting into listing, and I've still got all that listing to do. So that's the situation, and I know everybody else is knocked off because it's like Monday the 21st, but my husband's gone back to work today, even though he was supposed to finish last week. So, but then that's how life used to be, you know, making you work on Christmas Eve right up until the very last moment. So I can't see really why it would be any different this year. Who even knows? We made the decision that we weren't going anywhere anyway for Christmas, because I don't know if this cough is contagious, and the government don't. They just change their ideas from one moment to the next. Right, so I need to pull the rest of these things out, which is going to involve picking up a load of these boxes, because I know that I've sold shirts. No coats, which I would like, but there you go. No coats, just so that I can end up being stuck with coats into spring. So probably going to be, I don't know, probably do some reductions in the next week, is throw some things on auction, which I have been doing anyway. So that's what I'm going to be doing, I think. Stuff in there which I feel that I should have already sold. It's making me wonder now whether I've actually got it listed. Okay, right, I'm just rambling again. Right, I've pulled everything out and done a cursory tidy. So that's the Starbucks mug. I've got $10.99 for that, which isn't the best, but I don't know. I regret picking up a lot of this crockery. We've got 2 Lego dogs there. I've got £5 for that. And then I've got £10 for that, because that wasn't selling for that one. Well, that's Planet Earth. And then yeah, £8 for that, because that's not as good as I thought it might be. And that, which I've got £22, no, paper, probably 23 actually, So I'm well into profit on that job lot of Lego that I bought. And then clothing, which I'm not going to unfold. So that is a Gant t-shirt. I can't think, probably only £10 for these things. And these here are £10 basic tops. This one I actually got 15 for. It's a fat face, but it's just a basic long sleeve. This has been doing my head in since the dawn of time. I'll show you this. It is just a basic nautical top from And Other Stories, and I had that on Buy It Now for £12.99 since the dawn of time with free post, and it had ended up with about 35 watches. And then I ended it and relisted it a number of times based on all the listing offers that we've had. And every time it got about 15 watches within a week, but none of them ever bought it, even though it was £12.99 with free post. So I've had it on auction at £9.99 with £4 postage, and it's finally sold. So I'll be glad to see the back of that, because I just don't understand when stuff has watches but doesn't sell. And then there's this, which is very Orla Kylie, and this one I've sold for £15, Manta Ray. It's a short sleeve. It's a short sleeve top, and it's winter. This is probably the thing I've sold for the most. I've got £30 for this, which is unheard of really for a diesel shirt. But all of these were cheap pickups anyway. So yeah, that's everything. Most of this is Saturday and Sunday. This is, so probably not the best, but I haven't really been putting the work in because obviously I had all that downtime. So I'm happy with that. I hear people complaining because they've only had 30 sales for the weekend. You just think, everybody has to start somewhere. Don't you remember your early days when you would be really happy for that amount of sales? So I'm happy with what I've done here, and I'm going to post these and hopefully be okay on the post run. So yes, and I'm going to try and get everything into that room so that it's not in here. Living room is, apart from the fact that I have got all my packaging out here, it's tidy, and the Christmas tree is up for at last. As you can see, that's what I've got to work on because I've still got all the clothes there. So I've only got, this is why this is the problem, is that I've now only got like a small little gap to get through with the Christmas tree in the way. So to get to my office area, I've got to go past a tree, which is not ideal, and obviously that's where I take my photos as well. But I've got so much stuff there that there's no need to be worrying about things. Right, so I'm going to go up post office and hopefully have no issues. I've been trying to get the sunflower lanyard. All I've got is the necklace thing. Nobody seems to know anything about it. It's supposed to give it away in various supermarkets, and it's not been that easy. And I made the mistake of like saying something to people on Facebook, and then I got jumped on because apparently I should be wearing a mask and be pleased that my lungs are filling with water. People, I'm gonna have to delete Facebook, but it's linked to all the games I play, so you know, if there were other ways of backing up your games, I don't think anybody would be on Facebook these days, because what is the point? It's just loads of people arguing with each other. It's taken me like ridiculous amount of time to do those packagings, and the ones I've got over there faffing around. So this is my mug, which I do like these drinks. So I'm getting a lot of these like small boxes, and then we like our Coca-Cola. So that's going to go in there and float in there. And yeah, I get some good feedback on my packaging. So the trouble is that because I haven't got any newspapers and I'm using this, is that it's really adding to the weight. So this isn't helping. I did something the other day and it went over 2 kilograms. So then I had to go and like rethink it. But just slicing off, it was a bigger box, but just slicing off the flaps on the card, it actually shaved off a whole 100 grams. And then I did some other tweaking and it was under the 2 kilogram mark. So there you go. But that's what I'm going to do now, is just float that inside there and it will get there. And when I said float, I didn't mean like let's go to magic school. Right. it's literally 20 past 12 now, midday on, well, obviously it's live. Haven't just blasted across the hemisphere. Yeah, still Monday 21st. Post office queue was massive, which I did kind of expect. Nobody's like challenged me, you know, I've got a few filthy looks, but you know, it would appear that the pandemic is over because nobody was social distancing. So I didn't really realise, because the people in front of me were spacing out, and I'd sort of give the woman in front of me a lot of space. And because it was raining and we were queuing outside, I had my umbrella up, and then I realised it had stopped raining, so I could stop protecting the parcels from the rain. Protect the package! Took my umbrella down, and the woman behind me was literally spooning me, so I ended up belting her in the face. Giving her a good old prod with my umbrella. And then I apologised automatically. And then I'm thinking, but why are you spooning me? Why are you stood there with less than a metre behind me in such a way that I can belt you with my short umbrella? I'm not like going out like some of these people with the golfing or fishing umbrella. And then I was just thinking, 2 weeks I was symptomless with COVID. And the 3 people who were behind me, they were all sort of like standing together. They weren't, you know, on a family outing to the post office. So, you know, we were there for more than 10 minutes. So those people, if any one of them have got COVID, or indeed, if my cough is still contagious, because who knows? It says new continuous cough, and, you know, mine's old school now, you know. I'm one of the COVID gang. This is my makeshift lanyard, which I've had to pull together from my old work lanyard because it didn't have this plastic bit. And then I got Staples reward card, which obviously they went out of business, to put that bit on. Honestly, I got it's absolutely crackers. You know, I just think we probably just should go back to normal, because everybody wants to go back to normal. And if they want to, you know, lie at home with their lungs filling with fluid, then that's their prerogative. And I suppose the weird thing is that Boris Johnson has supposedly had COVID, and half his cabinet have had COVID. And Boris Johnson was supposedly ventilated. Now, I didn't have to ventilate, although at one point they did want to take me to hospital because I couldn't breathe properly. But I said no, I could deal with it at home. But I was very much in lots of pain here, and you know, my lungs had water on them, and you know, the reason that I've got this is because they're filling with water. If I'm breathing the moisture back into my body, it's just going straight into my lungs. But Boris Johnson never speaks of that, and yet his symptoms should have been worse than mine if he was on a ventilator, and none of the other crowd talk about it. So, you know, he doesn't ever, you know, instill, you know, the reality of it to people. So how does it expect people to obey? Anyway, obey has ended. And I did go into the charity shop, although it's a cash only one and I haven't got any cash. They just let me drop my parcels off at the post office when I got in, because they did recognise me, even though it's been 6 weeks. They did, obviously all the weeks have blurred into one. So I didn't get, I was going to take cash out at the till, but obviously that didn't happen because I wasn't at the till. So, or counter. But I have picked up 2 things, which I had £5 and change, which I scraped together. They wanted 6, but I got it for 5. 2 quite good things, so I'll show you what I got. First thing is this shirt. This is brand that I've picked up yonks and yonks ago, Universal Works. So quite glad to find this and pay £2.50. It should easily be, well, it may be even 30, 25, 30, unless the prices have gone up. I think this is like a £60 to £70 shirt new. And then this, well, this is a prime example of why I take my photos on this bright coloured rug. So I don't know if it's real leather. Let's have a look. Oh no, I'll show you what it is first. So a leather jacket by Karen Millen. It says size 16, but I think that's rather ambitious. I don't know. I think with my boobarellas I might be a size 16, so I'll see. Oh, it's one of these double zips. Hang on. Oh, it's not happening. Can't do the double zip. What's we got on here? Yeah, real leather. Yeah, so I mean, maybe I could get 50 for this. Who knows? Don't know. With, mind you, Karen Millen is having a revival, isn't she, with those boohoo nutters? But I think this is quite special, really. So I'll have a look. But you know, easily 30 if I can't get the 50 mark. But it doesn't do any harm to be ambitious with your prices. So £2.50 for each of them. So goodbye. So I've checked the prices on these and they are still going for around 30 to 40 for this. Chore jackets though, and this one's quite thin. So Universal Works, one to look out for. And then this. I wasn't so sure it was size 16, but I think it is. But check it out. Galileo Figaro. Definite keyword. Oh, and I might end up keeping it. So this, I need to put it somewhere to air. I shouldn't really, well, I'm immune. I don't need to worry about COVID, but I do need to worry about stinking coats. But I wanted to see what it looked like. I've still got a bit of a arse issue. These jeans aren't too flattering. Yeah. Somebody has got £165 for a leather jacket by Karen Millen. But I think more, somebody's got 65 with postage, so 70 quid, 80 quid. But I think you have to be patient and wait for the right person. But it could definitely be mine. The show must go on. Oh yeah. You know, we're over to strut next year. Strut. As if I'm ever going to wear. I don't know. I do move in the circles where a bright yellow jacket would be in the order of the day. And it's quite nice. It's ever so soft lower. It's very nice. It's very nice. I think I may end up keeping it. Yeah, I may end up keeping it. I've got a leather jacket that I can get rid of. Yeah, I might be swapping it out for my Topshop one that I've got that's got studs on it, because I think this is better. Quest now is to go through this and start listing this, because this is crazy. I'm going to have something for lunch and then I'm going to get on with this. So I'm going to actually probably report back tomorrow and see how many I've listed. I'm going to put all my ties in there. Oh, got all this stuff out because I've been looking for something. Like ink cartridges randomly everywhere. I've got all these I've got to photograph. And then when I list them, I'll put them in there, which I might well do before I do anything else, in case there's anybody looking for an emergency last minute present. So yeah, I've obviously done that one because I've made a mistake in not putting that on, because it's got flipping Santa on it. Cena! I'm going to do a swap, and I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to keep the yellow one, because I think I'm a bit louder than that. And besides which, this probably doesn't fit me as well as it should do, but I do really like this. But I got this from a charity shop last year for £3. Ironically. Yeah, somebody I don't like was wearing the identical jacket, so that's enough for me to get rid of it. And this one's artificial leather, so probably more of a market for that, and with Topshop going out of business, yeah, I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to keep the other one, even though the other one is probably going to be worth a lot of money. And then if in years to come I haven't been donning it to the rock clubs, I'll be getting rid of that one too. So it is an investment, but this is going. And yeah, let's crack on with ties and see what we can get on. So I'll be reporting back with how many I've listed. Right, so it is now Tuesday, the 22nd of December. The update from yesterday is I listed 15 items. I photographed all my ties and put them away so that they're just done. So they're all in a Quality Street box. So today I'm very annoyed because the government have, you know, like yet again done a new twist in the madness that is 2020. And it just smacks that it's just something to enhance, you know, how we feel about leaving the EU. It feels like everything that's happened at Dover just feels like, yeah, we really do need to leave the EU as soon as possible. So my annoyance is I have this for Portugal. My only sale of the day is to Portugal. So I've been to take some things that I sold. One thing on my personal account, which was an £80 sale. So I've taken that, and I had another sale from yesterday which had been paid for. So I took them and just asked them at the post office, and it's a no, and they really don't know if it's going to improve. The thing is, there just aren't the flights. So I want to see if I can try and like work something out with that. And then I decided to go to the charity shop, and these are what I've got. So I've got this Stussy t-shirt, dress me up in Stussy. It possibly is vintage, I don't know. Stussy, the Stussy World Tribe. Bit cracked on the print, but I grabbed that. All of this needs washing because it's come from the Dirtbag charity shop, which I didn't have enough cash for yesterday. These stink to high heaven, but they're Levi's, and I've literally sold, I mean, at one point I had about 20 pairs of Levi's, and they've all flown out of the doors. I can't even read that. I think it's 563. Don't know. I have checked that they're genuine, which is why they're here. But it is a bit, they are worn, and I'm not going to be getting any more than 15 to 20 for these, because it has got thinning there, and they're going in the wash, and I'm not touching them anymore. A pair of 38 leg Ted Baker, which they will sell quite quickly, and these are in decent condition, but we're still going to wash that. There was an Adidas t-shirt as well, the Fosby Flop, which I couldn't find any comparables for, and I left it. And then there was also a Kooples blouse, but that had a stain on it, so I left that. There's most of the things about £3 there, if not a bit more. And then I've got these phase 8 jeans, which, no, it is floral. It's a floral pattern on them. So I've grabbed them, and they've got all these daft little things, so I must remember to take them off. But I stick them in the washing machine. And the reason I went back is to grab this, which is a bit out of my comfort zone. This is not anything that I ever asked for when I was a kid, but I've seen somebody on Instagram raving about it, and really good condition. One of these seems to sell for about £40, so the prices range from between 20 and 40 for this. I don't know. I think it is open. Let's have a look. Some more. It might just be that I'm selling it for spares, because it doesn't look like it's got any other bits with it. No. I thought that it sounded rattly. I'm probably just mean that I've dropped it all over the charity shop everywhere. So I haven't got any of the bits with it. But obviously I don't know anything about it. So you probably only need, I have no idea. Do you just need paper and colouring pens with it? I'll have a look. I can get the instructions off these websites. So I'll check that over. Whatever it is, I'll be able to make some money. I've paid £12 for all of that. I think most things were about £3, so I'll work out what I've spent, but obviously not that much at £12 for 3 pairs of jeans and a t-shirt and a game. I actually had these as well that were part of about £12 that I've just spent. So I've got another 4 of these Lemony Snicket books, which are 25p each. I've sort of like worked out. The t-shirt was £1.50. The fashion wheel thing was 50p, which is just as well because it's actually broken. So still haven't got a full set. Need number 1 and 2, but I have now got number 7. So I do need 1 and 2, and number 10. I might well buy them because these are a decent thing. But now I've got a whole load more duplicates of them, so never mind. One day it'll all fall into place with these. Right, so I'm going to see if UPS will take this Portuguese thing, otherwise I might have to cancel it, but I don't know. And since the announcement on Royal Mail suggested that it was just Europe, but obviously it's everywhere, and then the eBay haven't announced anything, and the government just wanted to talk about how wonderful it was that they were able to turn a motorway into a car park for people to sleep on in their lorries. Oh, great. And I'm going to really miss if we've not got any salad in the country, because it's the only thing I crave. You know, every time we think about having a heavy meal, we don't do it, and we just have like baked potatoes and salad. So I don't know what we're going to do. Yay, happy Christmas. Right, so my husband's back from work. We have to go in again. So we're going to fold this video up here, and yeah, thank you for watching. I'll stop now before it gets very long. Yes, if you'd like to subscribe, that would be great. Thank you for watching.